Hey everybody, this is Drew and we're going to look at the GED math problem number 1 that I posted last week to the Google Classroom. And our problem is there are 4 purple jelly beans and 6 pink jelly beans in a basket. I'm drawing a little picture here to illustrate that. And the question is, what is the probability of randomly picking out 2 pink ones? Let's reread this again and pick out the important information. There are 4 purple jelly beans, 6 pink jelly beans, and we can see that in the basket here. 1, 2, 3, 4 purple, 6 pink. And then the important part, our question. The question says, what is the probability, that's a very important word, of randomly picking out 2 pink ones? And that's important too, that we're picking out 2. First of all, it's probability. And what is probability? Well, probability is usually expressed as a fraction reduced to lowest terms. And that fraction is the number of desired incomes or winners over the total possible outcomes. In other words, if I were flipping a coin and I wanted it to land on heads, heads is what I desired. There's only one of those. The total possible outcomes are 2. That would be 1 out of 2. In our particular case, what do we want? We want pink ones. But let's talk about just picking out one pink one. So if we just picked out, or we wanted to pick out one pink one, right? What's our probability of picking out one pink one? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pink ones in there. That's our desired. We desire one of those 6, but there's 6 possible desired outcomes, right? Out of a total of, how many did we say? 4 and 6. There's a total of 10. So it's 6 out of 10 is our probability of picking just one pink jelly. But our problem involves 2 pink jelly beans. If there are 2 picks, we call that multiple events or multiple probability. And here's the second important rule that we have to remember. Multiple probabilities multiply. In other words, we're going to write more than one fraction, more than one probability fraction. We're going to write 2 in this particular case because we want to pick out 2 pink ones. So the first probability is our first pick of a pink one. And what are we going to do? We're going to pick out a pink one, right, and put it over here. And we said that there were 6 of them, 6 possibilities out of 10. So that's our first fraction. Our second fraction is going to be a little bit different now because something has changed. We picked a pink one and we haven't replaced it. So how many are left in the basket? Well, now there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pink ones, and there are no longer 10. There are actually 9. Let me change colors here. There's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because we picked one out already. So our second pick, or our probability of getting a second pink one, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 desired ones out a total of 9 possible. And what do we do with these 2 fractions? Again, the rule is multiple probabilities multiply. So we're going to multiply them. Now, if we have our handy-dandy GED calculator, which I know most of you do not have at home, and there's the phone ringing in the background, but we would write it something like this. So our new, if we had to write it like that, we would say that our possibilities were 6 ND10. Multiple probabilities multiply. So I'm going to right-click, right arrow to get out of the fraction, hit my times. Our second probability, we said, is that there are only 5, fraction key 9, and we're going to multiply them. So everything is set up the way that we, on screen, everything is set up the way we said we were going to set it up over here. 6 over 10 times 5 out of 9. Right? And if I hit enter, we get our final answer of 1/3. Now, how do we do this if we don't have a GED calculator at home? Well, let's look at that. When we multiply fractions, we don't cross multiply. That's for proportions only. Multiplying fractions means we multiply straight across. It's actually the easiest operation to do with fractions. But remember that we multiply straight across, top number by top number, bottom number by bottom number. So 6 times 5 is 30. 10 times 9 is 90. But remember that with probabilities, they must be reduced to lowest terms. Now, if I kind of look at these numbers a little bit, 30 goes into 90, right? And 30 goes into itself. So 30 goes into 30 one time. 30 goes into 90 3 times. And our fraction reduces to 1/3. So our final choice for this is 1/3. Thank you.